There's some illegal drugs in the White House. Perhaps Hunter Biden's, perhaps Donald Trump's. There's a lot of theories out there. What do you think, Roscoe? What do you think, buddy? Whose cocaine was it? Was it your cocaine, Roscoe? Is it your cocaine, Roscoe? Answer the question. He seems sketchy. Suspicious. Very suspicious, Roscoe. I think it might be your cocaine. Alright, let's watch video. You ready for this?
All right, a shocking drug discovery at the White House, sparking a blizzard.
Okay, first of all, shocking. Shocking my ass. That's what I say. What do you think about that, Roscoe? You think it's shocking that there's cocaine at the White House? I don't think that's shocking, even in the least, buddy. I think that's absolutely something that I would imagine would happen at the White House. The fact that they haven't found more cocaine at the White House, Roscoe, really actually concerns me. They're not doing a very good job looking for the drugs.
Of speculation. Fox News can confirm that cocaine was indeed found in the West Wing on Sunday while President Biden and his family were away at Camp David. The Secret Service discovering the white powder in a what they called working area during a routine inspection. It caused a brief evacuation with fire and emergency.
Are there places in the White House where people don't work? And that's like the whole point of the White House. Wait, actually, I think the president lives there, right? Could be wrong about that. But the working area?
Crews responding to a 911 call at the White House, weighing in today and pointing out that there could be a lot of suspects.
What?
Where this was discovered is a heavily traveled area.
Dude, was it hers? Oh, it's hers. It's Karina's. Karina's? I can't say
Where
her name,
many White House West Wing, I should be even more specific, West Wing visitors come through this particular area. When people visit the West Wing,
he tried to attack a deer, a mama deer with two babies, and she squared up, dude. She was like, fucking, you want some, bro? And he like ran towards her, and he's like, Arr! And he just like turned around and fucking walked back all like cowardly and shit. He hurt his paw. He almost got beat up, dude. Wife's dog almost got murked by a deer. Mama deer almost fucked him up.
There is the area of the West Wing where it is highly traveled, and that is what happens. People come through this particular area. It's highly traveled. I'm just not going to get into specifics. We do have.
She's not gonna get into specifics. She ain't no snitch. All right. She ain't no snitch, bro.
West Wing tours that occur here on campus. They happen in this particular past couple of days. They happened on Friday.
Oh, are they blaming it on a tourist? Oh, come on. You're going to blame it on a tourist? I mean, who brings cocaine with them to the White House tour?
And on Saturday and Sunday.
The White House also dodging questions left and right on the cocaine caper.
So what's preventing...
I had to watch the Fox News one because you knew Fox News would give like the hottest take, right? Like you can't watch like CNN or anything like that on these things. You gotta watch the Fox News take on this. It's a hot take.
A visitor from bringing in anthrax or something that's not magnetic into the White House.
No, look, I totally understand the question, but it is under investigation.
Does the White House support the prosecution of this individual?
I'm just not going to get into hypotheticals here.
Will the president be satisfied?
Do they support, like, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna find out who that was? I guess there's cameras all over the White House, right? Like, do they support the prosecution of the individual? Like some random Joe Schmo that dropped his bag of coke on the fucking White House tour. What are we gonna put him in prison?
With, sir, this is a busy room and we found some cocaine. We don't know who brought it.
So let's see what the Secret Service says, right?
How determined is the president to get to...
That just goes to show too how bad like our whole system is that even the Secret Service ain't gonna be able to figure this shit out. Like the most well-trained, highest-paid dudes in the entire fucking police force, like FBI, CIA, whatever, and then no one's gonna figure this shit out. It was some random-ass dude. If that was a plant, imagine if that was a plant. Like some Trump dude was like fucking gonna throw this in there. You're gonna fucking think it's Hunter Biden. Does they know about the laptop?
To the bottom of who brought illegal drugs into the White House.
The president thinks it is incredibly important to get to the bottom of this.
Joe Biden's like, let me just see that bag real quick. Just let me take a look at it. I just want to see it. I'll be right back.
And I would love to be able to say the president's mad, and then they can't do that.
They should blame you.
They can't do
Totally.
that.
They should say that they found it in a My Little Kitty coin purse.
For a while.
I used to take one of those to the working area of the White.
I thought she was gonna say that she used to do cocaine. Dude, everybody on this panel is rich and white. You know, every one of these motherfuckers has done cocaine. Up here just judging. This is a problem with people, dude. Like fucking a bunch of rich white people judging some dude for dropping his cocaine in the White House. Like they've never left their cocaine somewhere. You know they have.
House. No, the purse. The little pony purse.
Did you see what they did though?
What did they do?
It went from it was found at a library, highly specific, to a working area, and they kept stressing that.
Okay, it was found in the library? Who the fuck takes cocaine to a library? Isn't that like the opposite of what you do at the library? It seems like a bad place to do cocaine.
This over and over again. The possibility of suspects are endless.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll probably never get to the bottom of this one. It'll be another unsolved mystery. And our media, who generally love to pursue a great story, when it's a Republican, will not do anything on it. And I know that sounds so repetitive.
Yeah, it sounds awfully repetitive. Two-tier media system. Bro, oh my God. They're not going to cover the cocaine. Dude, this story is all over the place. What the fuck is he talking about? The media isn't going to cover it. I found like 13 different videos within the last hour. Like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, 45 dudes giving their fucking hot take on it. Like, I mean, I saw review channels doing reviews on this shit. What do you mean the media is not going to cover it? Oh, two-tiered media system. Like, bro, like the reason I went to Fox News is because I just wanted to see the hot take. I wanted to see these guys cry about this shit.
Shoe on the other foot thing. But it is true that if this were, you know, I mean, like in the last couple of weeks, we've had a trans activist bearing her breasts. We find coke. It's like if this were, it's like they're running a.
That is pretty funny. Topless women and coke at the White House. The White House is starting to sound a lot more interesting. Hasn't been this cool since Bill Clinton's days.
You know, a low-rent strip club. Yes. But I also do love how the media pounces on the right for bringing up Hunter, as if, like, he isn't the...
Oh, come on, dude. That's kind of a low blow. I'm allowed to make jokes about that shit because I'm a small YouTube channel. I get, like, fucking 45 views on I'm allowed to make that shit, okay? But let's come on, man. If that's your son... If that's like your son that's struggling with like a fucking drug problem and the media starts going, yeah, I bet the crackhead, I bet your crackhead son's the one who fucking had the drugs. I bet that's who it is. I bet he's the cokehead. Yeah, you think they're going to get upset? It's his fucking son, man. Like people are, I just came back from that Bill Burr show. And that Bill Burr show is fucking hilarious because he talked about like how people make fun of Joe Biden for having dementia and shit, but like if you saw some old person at a restaurant with dementia, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I hope he's like doing okay and somebody's taking care of him. You know, oh, he just comes here, it's so cute, and he just gets his piece of pie every day. But if it's Joe Biden and he has dementia, it's like, I hope he fucking dies. Yeah, I hope he fucking dies soon. Yeah, like, people are so fucked up.
The most obvious culprit. Is there somebody else we're missing, media? Should we be talking about Kamala's laughter? Is that what you would prefer? But this is a guy who leaves drugs, guns, and
Dude, okay, he does leave guns in places, apparently. But I have not heard anything about him leaving his drugs anywhere. So far as I know it, Hunter Biden keeps all his drugs right where they need to be in his possession, perhaps in a pipe. Just saying, stating the facts.
Laptops everywhere. He got thrown out of the Navy for coke. He got thrown out of the Chateau Marmont.
He did get kicked out of the Navy for cocaine. I'm not going to lie. It crossed my mind. What's happening, James?
It's hard to get thrown out.
James, I hope you had a good 4th of July. I hope you got all your fingers still, bro. Please tell me you got all your fingers still.
Out of the Chateau Marmont. Trust me, I have tried. And then, of course, he was just at the White House. So I guess, you know, Occam's razor, this is the most obvious thing that could happen. But
okay, it's not the most obvious thing. It's the simplest answer, okay? What's this guy's name? I don't know. We'll call him Chad. Okay, Chad, look, fucking, it's not the most obvious. It's the simplest, okay? And the simplest answer isn't that the president's, former drug addict son's the one who did it. It's the simplest answer is that somebody that was in the fucking library with the wrench did it. Obviously it was Colonel Mustard. Fucking, that's the simplest answer.
But I love the fact that, like, if you bring it up, it's like, oh, typical, you'd bring up Hunter. What about a father's love for his son?
Right. And he's
an
addict in recovery.
How dare you?
Damn. See, this is why I wanted to watch the Fox News one. You knew they were going to give a fucking hot take, dude. You knew they were going to be mean as shit. Like I said, every one of these people have done coke. Every one of them. They're probably high on coke right now. Yeah, you're not a master carpenter, but you can count to 10 still? Yeah, toes don't count, James. Toes don't count.
And he is an addict in recovery. Okay, whatever.
Well, that's one hell of a recovery.
Sign
me up.
Judge, she was also asked if they would be going, any of the staff within the West Wing would be undergoing testing, drug testing.
What?
Watch her here.
Well, anyway,
No way. Are they going to drug test the staff for cocaine now? Ah, what a bunch of bitches.
staffers be undergoing drug testing as part of this investigation?
White House is subject to rigorous guidelines that include drug testing, and so we will take any action that is appropriate and warranted pending the outcome of the Secret Service. Just not going to get into hypotheticals from here.
Her ambivalent.
Dude, she's like, all these fucking, whether it's Sarah Huckabee or I still don't know how to say that girl's name. I'm not gonna remember her name again. Or Jen Psaki. They all just have that attitude like, why do I have to do this shit? I hope they get paid a lot of money. They probably do get paid a lot of money for that job, right?
In her answer, in not answering, is consistent with the...
Dude, look at her. You telling me that woman right there ain't never done no coke in her life? Look at it. She looks like she's mid-line, like right now. Right now, she looks like she is high as fuck. You telling me she's going to judge people for doing cocaine? You know what they're all mad about? They're all mad that the person dropped the cocaine. They're like, don't just drop the cocaine, okay? Evening DJ. Once again, happy 4th of July, DJ. Yeah, box wine, James. That woman has a fucking monthly subscription, perhaps weekly subscription to a box wine. I guarantee it. Cocaine and box wine. It's gonna be the name of my new CD, Cocaine and Box Wine. DJ, I'm just gonna ask you all when you come in here. You got all 10 of your fingers still, right? You got all 10 fingers. It's very important, bro.
Ambivalence about, will the White House prosecute? Why would you not say we are going to prosecute? We have to.
Because it's not a bunch of snitches, Janine. Okay, don't come up in here with that snitch shit. All right. Like maybe just the White House has realized that the war on drugs isn't working, Janine. Okay, I know it made you wealthy. Fucking got you a bunch of box wine.
To set send the message here. It is illegal. You don't bring it into the White House. If you're a staffer high on cocaine, you shouldn't be in the White House. If you're a staffer who brings cocaine in, you shouldn't be in the White House. If you're a tourist, and how many think a tourist?
Dude, this is a fucking lady that probably pops like 5 pills a day. She's probably on like Xanax, fucking Oxycontin. She's like, I don't do drugs, okay? I don't do drugs. Like, these people need to go to jail. Oh, shut the fuck up, Janine. 9.5 toes from a baby injury. Aw, DJ, that's okay. No, you don't really need your toes. They don't seem really useful. They're only, like, around to, like, catch on shit when you're walking past stuff in the dark. Toes are kind of fucking useless, to be honest. Like, you ever seen those videos of the monkeys that can grab shit with their feet and stuff? Like, we're not utilizing our feet very well.
Do this. You think you're going to get past the incredible screening, get past the canines, get past everything if you're a tourist, and who's going to dare do it?
And then, like, once you get through all those things...
Dude, okay, maybe this woman has never done drugs in her life. Maybe that's true, because you know what? You know how many fucking people forget they have their drugs on them? Come on, lady! You gotta be fucking kidding me. You don't know that? Like, oh, shit, that's in my pocket right now. That's probably what happened. Some dude probably realized he had a fucking bag of cocaine in his pocket and was probably like, oh shit, and like flung that shit under a couch real quick. I'm telling you, nobody takes cocaine to a library, dude.
Then take it out of your pocket and put it in the cubbyhole.
Leave it there. But the amazing thing is, Greg touched on this, for the D.C. hazmat people said it's in the library. There's a tape recording. Dana, where is the library? The library is in the East Wing, where the president's family is, and not the West Wing, where the public and the press go through.
Oh, shit. You might be right.
But let me continue that train of thought because I am a prosecutor and this kind of stuff makes me crazy. Number one, the purpose, and let me say this, Secret Service agents are ready to take a bullet for the president. But I want to ask you, the Secret Service job is to protect the president.
How do you know it wasn't one of the Secret Service agents? She's like, how'd they get past the dogs? How'd they get past the Secret Service agents? Because they were one of them. What do you think, the Secret Service people don't be doing some coke? All of these people act like people don't do drugs. That's like the funniest fucking inside joke in our entire society is a bunch of motherfuckers getting mad about people doing drugs that all do drugs. Like, everybody does drugs. It's whether it's weed or cocaine or pharmaceuticals or fucking Xanax. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody in some way, shape, or form does some kind of drug. Like, Donald Trump talks about he doesn't do fucking drugs. It's like, I guarantee that motherfucker's on some pharmaceuticals. 100% he's on Adderall. I bet you that was his cocaine. Yeah, you know a Secret Service? Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying, DJ. I know a dude that knows an NSA guy. I fucking guarantee if I talk to him that he's done some fucking drugs in his life. In fact, as far as I know, he comes from a crazy-ass family, so I bet he's done drugs.
President and his family. The Secret Service is the one that retrieved the gun from that basket, that garbage can outside the school. The Secret Service are the people who went to
What the fuck is Janine going on about?
Where Hunter bought the gun and tried to get the pistol permit application that is the...
Oh, they gotta bring Hunter up. They can't help themselves. They're like, we gotta get him for something. Look at that motherfucker did some stuff. I'd like to see him go to jail, but I'm still waiting. I know there's a video of him throwing the gun behind the school. Like, I find that shit kind of weird. I don't know why you didn't get prosecuted for that. I know my ass would have got prosecuted for fucking sure for doing that shit.
Substance of a crime right now away from the shop owner, but he wouldn't give it to them. So here we have a White House that wants to manage every aspects of our lives, what drugs we can take, what drugs we can't take, whether we should go to work, whether we should go to school.
Wait, did Janine just flip the script? Is she on my tilt now that people should be fucking allowed to do anything?
That we should do this or that. But a little cocaine in the White House, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I mean, it's outrageous the way they responded.
Joey, the White House demanded a second test because...
Yeah, that's a good fucking question there, James. He does sniffle a lot. I bet you, I'm telling you, rich white people don't think of cocaine as being a drug. They're like, no, that's just, it's like, you know, it's a little upper. It's a little something extra. It's not a drug. It's not a drug. And Donald Trump Jr., like, I like how people talk shit about Hunter Biden, but Donald Trump Jr. is like the very fucking epitome of a fucking crackhead. He is, like, if you looked up the definition of a cokehead, like, there's a picture of Donald Trump Jr., for fucking sure. There's no fucking doubt in my mind that man has done massive amounts of cocaine in his life. And apparently he had sex with a pop star in a gay club. So if you're not on coke at the gay club, what are you even doing there?
It's almost as if they're like, gosh, we really hope it's anthrax and not cocaine, because that story's really bad for us.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I don't know anything about cocaine for sure.
So it's going to be really hard for the White House to come out stronger.
Look at this motherfucker. You telling me he's never done coke? Everybody on this panel looks like they have done massive amounts of coke in their life.
Against this person. I mean, just think about it. What if this person is a staffer there? And they come out and say, you know what, I just work really hard. They expect me to work 18 hours a day. I'm stressed out. I fell into this bad habit. My family member died. It was tragic.
Wait, do people do coke when they're sad? Like, fucking my mom just died, I'm gonna do some cocaine? I don't know if that's true. I mean, maybe smoke some, like some crack. Like, you know, you might be deep in it like that. But do people do, like, a bump after their, like, aunt dies?
I'm struggling to keep up. I've become an addict. I'm a victim of my own device or my own vices. And I need help is what I need. I just need help. I mean, this is an administration that, if in no other way than through their own silence, supports the broad progressive policy in communities and cities around the country that says doing drugs is not an immoral thing. It's a sign of victimhood. Drug crime unfairly prosecutes people. Their position as a party from coast to coast is to make excuses and to provide some sort of redemption path for someone who does drugs or is addicted to drugs, not provide consequence. So how can you support Gavin Newsom or his entire state on?
Where the fuck are you going with this, Bobby? God damn it, boy. What the fuck are you talking about? Is he trying to say that, like, if, like, just one of the staffers would just own up to it and be like, fucking, I did it, Joe Biden would just let him get away with it because he likes crackheads? Like, are you trying to make, like, a good point or a bad point? I am lost.
On this, and come out hard on somebody that might work for you that got caught with a little bit of cocaine. I mean, they've put themselves.
You listen to what he said. A little bit of cocaine. He knows. He's been there. He's done some cocaine. Also, Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. Motherfucker, you know you've done cocaine. This man, it looks like he might have lost both his legs in the military or something. That's what I'm gonna guess. Guarantee he takes painkillers. Like, don't act like you never done no drugs.
I don't see how they can come down hard on them. And not be called out for hypocrisy by the further left.
I'd like to put myself, Jessica, in the shoes of any press secretary and imagine what it would have been like on a Sunday night of the holiday weekend when you think, I'm going to have like 2 days here where I can just...
There you go. There's some empathy. There's some empathy. She has to sit next to a wino? Is that who I'm talking about?
You catch my breath, spend some time with my family, and you get the call that says, hey, heads up, they found cocaine in the White House.
Well, it seemed like a joke.
Is that her?
Right, when I saw it circulating on Twitter, I thought it was like the perfect July hoax, right?
Like you're all...
Yeah, dude, first of all, it was like the fucking day after July 4th. You found some cocaine in the White House on the day after July 4th. I bet you they find, like, dead strippers in the fucking White House, like, the day after July 4th. You fucking kidding me? Like, this is, like, big news? Like, come on, man. This is like Obama's beige suit all over again.
Yeah.
Or in the
nose. And every joke was taken before you could get back on TV, which must have been devastating for you, Greg. But it did. Like, you have a son who's was an addict, is openly in recovery. Suddenly there's a little baggie of coke. He met up with his dad before they went to Camp David. Did he slip into the visitor place and, just stash something in a cubby hole? Like, it was all too insane. But of course, it riveted by.
All right. It's like, if that shit's true, though, it's like your kids are always your fucking kids, It's like, you're like, come on, man. He's like, dude, I don't know. I had it on me. I figured I'd fucking, maybe you and mom were gonna go to bed early. I'd sneak down to the library, fucking do a little bump, no big deal. Nobody, this is some shit, like, parents have to deal with. Your fucking kids, man. Fucking kids. They never grow up. God damn it.
On Sunday evening. And then you have the people who, people are defending the family, obviously saying it's too on the nose, in the nose, whatever. And then you have the people who are out to, get Hunter no matter what, who are, tracing things. It turns into one of those, like, remember the show Homeland, one of those boards where there are red strings connecting, and then he went here, and I'm sure he talked to so-and-so. And it's all really just concerning on a national security level, and I think that was the best question.
Yeah, she's like the only nice person that said anything so far. She's like the only person out of the five of them that's like kind of like, like things happen, and it's concerning that it's national security, so, I understand that. Like, his son's an ex-drug addict. Did something happen? Like, the rest of them are just clowning.
And I was asked, what if anthrax now can get in easily? How is this conceivable that cocaine got in there, if not from someone who works in there and could get it in a
There are lots of cameras in the White House.
I bet they're going to blame it on a worker, like somebody that cleans. That's what they'll do. That's...
Dude, this motherfucker would blame it on a worker. You telling me he's any better? Like, I love the fucking, like, when all these fucking rich white people get together and they're like, yeah, fucking other rich white people are doing shady shit. Can you believe that? It's like, you do it too, motherfucker. Like, you're probably one of the worst.
That's the easiest way out. Is to it was an overnight worker.
But there's a glassine bag. Are there fingerprints on the bag? Did they protect the bag? Did they collect it in the proper way?
Well, we know it's not Hunter.
Did they collect it in a proper way? Somebody found that cocaine and they were like, dude, do I get to keep it? Like, the Secret Service guy's like, no, you have to give that to me. What the fuck are you doing? Like, I mean, it could just go away, right?
Because Hunter's a man of the people. He's a crack guy. This is
Yes.
cocaine. This is way
Cocaine.
too white collar.
Yes.
Can you imagine though, like if you invited, because on those holiday weekends you do get a lot of friends and
Lieutenant
family
Dan.
asking you, can you please give us a tour while we're in town for the fireworks? And so you go in on the weekend. And you say, can you imagine how many people are calling their friends and family, going, "Did you just screw my life over? Because you better fess up right now."
That would have been a good thing. Hunter, like getting his dealer in on a tour. That's a great way to get your drugs in.
It's not bad.
That's
I mean,
a great.
This dude is like, he's got a hard on for it, dude. He's got such a hard on for it. He's like, it was Hunter. No, it was Hunter. Come on, say it was Hunter.
Another red string.
Exactly.
Bring back the West Wing show. You've got writers right here on the 5.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor.
I had to watch the Fox News take on that because I knew it was going to be a hot take.